That's how I turn my practice around, Dr. Han.
Good morning, everybody. This is our Sunday share. It's 11 o'clock every Sunday morning in the Pacific Standard Time, 11 o'clock, and I am Dr. Eileen Yue Ling Han, the director of the Academy of Acupuncture. And of course, everybody who already signed on to the Facebook, please tell me where you're from. Hey, Roberto from Miami, and also other people are here. So when you're here, please sign on with your name and locations. And I know Lars always watching us from Norway. Let's see if he signed in today. And also Lance, Dr. Lee, if you have any Facebook page that you want to share with your patients or somebody, that go ahead, you can do that now. And I'm very proud of myself today to be able to finally dig you under the rock, the far away. And I like to share with all the Balance Method community and the family members that you are from far away. So oh, hi, Simon from Netherlands. I think I just sent out your book today. Sorry for the delay, okay? Because every one of the book book order that I received for my new book, I packed them personally myself, every one of them.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I have to, because the book is very fragile. You have to have them with a bubble wrap, another bubble wrap, and then you put it in the envelopes. And I taped them myself. I already did it for 3 days. So thank you for everybody's patience for waiting for the book. And Tona from Santa Barbara. Hi, Tona. Yes. So, yes.
You need some L's. You need some L's. You need
yeah,
some L's.
You're too far. I can't. All right. Thank you very much. And let me introduce you, Dr. Lance Lee. We are so honored to host Dr. Lance Lee, the Doctor of Oriental Medicine, this week for the Sunday share. Like so many acupuncturists, he interested in Oriental medicine began with an eye-opening experience of the Chinese medicine benefits for suffering family members. After graduating from Southwest Acupuncture College in 2000, Dr. Lee returned to his native eastern New Mexico and has treated countless patients in the New Mexico to the west of the Texas area. He found so many personal gratification in treating and helping patients with the balance method and the herbal remedies, and is grateful to have found his true life calling in his discipline. Let's welcome Dr. Lance Lee.
Oh,
Hi,
thank you.
Dr. Lee. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Dr. Han?
Good. I remember I saw you the last time. It was about 10 years ago. Your baby are very small, remember?
Yes, ma'am.
That was very small. So now your daughter is already 11?
12, yes.
Oh, yeah, maybe 10, 8, 9 to 10 years. I haven't seen you.
I think 2014 I saw you. Dr. Tan's house. Yeah, already. It goes by fast.
I know. I always keep you in mind because I remember your whole family, your wife always take care of all the things and register for you, and she's covered everything but seeing the patient.
Yes.
So I'm very proud of you that you have a beautiful family that support what you like to do, and you're doing such a beautiful job together. I really admire that, your family.
Yes, no, it's awesome. That's perfect. They're my bosses. They're the boss. So
yes, they are the bosses. Correct. I agree with you. So, Dr. Lee, tell us a little bit about you, why you picked that area that you were born and raised there. Is where you are?
Yes. Yeah, I was born in Portales, eastern New Mexico, and my wife's from here too. And I know a lot of people here, so we just decided to come back home.
Got it. So let me share the map so you can see where the Dr. Lance Lee is located. And so where is okay, hold on one second. Let me find That's him. Okay, now I have this. Let me share the screen with you so that you know where Dr. Lansley located here. Can you guys see that? I'm pretty computer savvy now.
You are, holy cow.
So you can see this is New Mexico, everybody, and this is Dallas. So you can see Dallas and New Mexico. They're right next to. You are right next to two states.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm 9 miles from the state line. So.
Oh, that's really cool. So you can be in Texas and come back, in Texas and come back. That is so cool.
No, it is actually, yes. It's perfect.
So is there a lot of people coming from Texas to see you too?
Yes, ma'am. Fortunately, yeah, I have people that come from, it's crazy, Dr. Han. I have people coming from Lubbock. That's 2 hours away. Amarillo is 3 hours away. People come. Because I had a clinic in Clovis. I had to close it a few years ago. And anyway, yes, I'm very fortunate. I have people come from, because there's nobody else. Unfortunately, there's nobody else. Still, it's unfortunate.
But you're good. Don't say that because there's
no, I know. But
I'm sorry. He didn't know how to sell himself. Let me help you. Okay. So
okay.
Dr. Lansley, he was certified by Dr. Richard Tefutan as a gold level practitioner. He's not silver. He's not entry level. He has been certified in more than about 10 years. And so you can see on our referral list that you can see you have the silver level, gold level. Those people are certified by Dr. Richard Tefutan. And the rest of the other executive and the premier level is certified the academy. So you are one of those, the big brother for the community. So now you guys know, if you have any patients at that area, please send it to Dr. Lee. He is very knowledgeable. He's doing really great for the balance method, even though he knows some other methods, but he primarily using balance method.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, totally. I don't deviate. Yes.
So now if you know this map is so well, the academy, so you can see your name is on all those little circles here. So if you're on the list, you will be in those circles so people can find you on the map that we have on our directories. So if you're not on the list already, please sign up and you will be charging you $10 a day, or $10 a day. I wish, and $10 a month, unless you are certified with the academy with premier level, which means that you have to take more classes and come to one of those medical mission with me. So I know you're doing really well now. So I'm gonna stop doing the commercial for the website, and let's go back to Dr. Lee.
No, that's good.
All right, great.
Good.
So now you know where Dr. Lee is, and tell us, you were there for a long time and you're doing really well, and you only doing balance method. What is the why you choose balance method as the primary method that you practice, and plus the herbal medicine in that area? Is that great results, or just because you can see more people? Tell us.
Well, both. I mean, when I saw Dr. Tan, and I guess it was 2004, 2003, 2004, he came to Albuquerque and did a seminar, and I went, and that was the most freeing experience for sure. And then when he treated the patients after, I was like, I've got to do that because I was getting so frustrated with, treat people, put the electrical clips on the needles, and I was getting so many patients that were in wheelchairs or didn't have arms, and they couldn't get on the table, and I didn't know what to do. There was nothing, you can't do back shoe points on somebody that can't get on the table. So I started looking, and Dr. Tan he came to Albuquerque, and I went, and then it was just, from there, we started making the rounds. I loaded my family up, and we started driving out to San Diego. It's 13 hours from my house, exactly. And we drove to Denver, Austin. Dr. Tan would go to Austin. I think he went 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
We just started making the rounds. I'd see Dr. Tan as much as I could, because it was what he was doing, it just freed me up. It freed up everything that I could do.
Wonderful.
Yeah. It's just awesome because I didn't have to treat, you don't have to treat somebody just laying on the table. I could treat them in a car. I could treat them wherever they were. And that was awesome to me. So it just freed me up big time.
So
And
Dr. Tan was saying that acupuncture to go, that was you. Because I heard him says that
well, I
some
don't,
of the people, that's you.
hey,
He just put the needles in and then take out an hour later. Goodbye. Is that
yeah.
you?
No, I don't know if that was me, but that, I mean, yeah. I mean, we can do that. Sure.
Yes, because I never heard anybody else was talking about it. Must be you because Dr. Tan told me we can do acupuncture to go. I was like, what? He
Yeah,
just
just
gave me my card.
exactly.
Got
And then
it.
after his seminars, I would get so fired up because I would just want to go treat people. That's all I wanted to do after a seminar, because he would just have that energy about him. He just fire you up, and that's all I wanted to do was treat people. So yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
That's why he's such a magnet. So attracting all of you guys back to review and taking more information from him and all that.
Exactly. That's how I turned my practice around, Dr. Han. Is the first time me and my wife, we have a big county fair, and we rented a booth. And I decided, because Dr. Tan at the seminars, he would always say, just treat people. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. Just treat the people. And that's what I did. Everybody that came by our table that time, I treated them, and Lisa made the appointments.
Oh.
And it pretty much tripled my practice. I guarantee it tripled my practice in 2004, 2005 at that time. It was awesome. Yeah. And then it was even better because then you came along with the piezo pen, and you
Yes.
knew how to use that. And you could treat people, you could do a talk, and then I could treat people after the talk, after a women's conference or something, and you just treat everybody with the piezo pen. It was like gold. It was like marketing gold right there. Perfect. So yeah, bounce method was just, because people, once they get better, it's just like, it's awesome, because they can't believe it. They can't believe it when they get better like that. So it's great.
So basically, you're at the booths to just keep on patching people to make sure you practice and they get better.
Yes.
And after you're so familiar with, when they get into the clinic, just poke it with a needle even better.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Because it's all, when you treat people and they're trying to, for neck pain or whatever, and they try to find it and they wrench their neck and they can't find it anymore. And then they come to the office and they get real treatments. It's marketing it's marketing gold for sure. It's awesome.
Yeah, you already sold them with that also at the booths, at the public place like that. And everybody saying, what happened? You better? No way. It really better. Oh my God. And then the adrenaline goes up and all.
Exactly. You get a few farmers better and they go to the coffee shop and talk. You've already got 10, 20 people coming to your office that week. So it's just crazy. Yeah.
That's right. Awesome. How you treating the farmers? I totally not remember that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, where I'm at. Yeah, it's oil field, farming, ranching. I used to rodeo, so I knew a lot of people here. So
rodeo.
Yeah. So
that is the longest 8 seconds.
Right. I didn't ride bulls. No.
Okay.
I used to rope. I'm not that crazy. Yeah, I used to rope, but you start getting team ropers and their shoulders better, and they're going to tell everybody at the roping that they're better and they're winning. So they're going to come see you. It's just, yeah. And if you can do it quickly and not waste time, it's just, why not do that? So, yeah. So that's what we did. I took Dr. Tan. He had so much knowledge, and I took it and I ran with it. I didn't question any of it. I just said, I'm going to do it. And I didn't have anything to lose at that point. And I just did it. And I'm extremely fortunate. It's awesome. It's amazing. So that's what we did, Dr. Han.
So the cowboys get acupuncture too?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Cause they don't want to go to the doctor. They don't want to take pills. Yeah. Yeah. Farmers don't want to take pills. They don't want to go to the doctor. So, yeah, farmers, ranchers, I love to treat those guys and then they tell you the truth. They don't lie to you. Oh, maybe it's better. Maybe it's not. Yeah. It's like, it's better. And I'm coming back. Cause especially if they're harvesting or something, they don't have time. They can't be coming to the office every time they turn around. So they got to get better as quick as they can. Yeah. And then balance method does that for sure. So that's just how we built our practice.
Wow. Thank you for that eye-opening experience. That this is amazing. Thank you. Wow.
Yeah. Do you remember, I'm sorry. Do you remember Dr. Tan had that, he would tell us, I have that one old card in my billfold and it had ruffled edges. And he would go to the parties and treat people, right? And then they would say, you got a card? And he would go through and he would pull out this oak. That works. I did that. And I do that. You can get so many, because you act like you don't need them and they make appointments. I did all that. I did all that stuff Dr. Tan said. And I built my practice doing it. It's amazing. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that. It's just.
It's amazing. Okay, great. I'm happy that you're the one of those person that are improving. I am going to, yeah, Lindsay was saying that Dr. Han going to move to Texas so fast because I like cowboys.
Oh, she does.
I am.
You are. You be careful what you.
I'm going to bring my needles.
Okay.
I'm coming Texas or New Mexico.
Hey, just pull out into the rodeo in your pickup and treat people in the back in the parking lot. So what? There you go. No, I mean, why not? That's what, you don't have to have an office to, yeah, that's what's so freeing about, you don't have to have an office. I don't have to have Edo, electricity, batteries.
Yeah.
All I need, Edo, or even my Pezzo pen, or Sean had the scissors yesterday, but no, not scissors, but I'm kidding. No.
You stabby?
No. But yeah, it's freeing, big time. Free you up for sure. So be careful if you want. Yeah, we can find you a rodeo guy if you want. So
I had to scold them out with my needles. I don't know if I want to do that. Thank you. But it will be a great place to have business.
Yeah, it really is. It is. Yeah, it is.
I have a cowboy boots already.
Okay.
I think I'm already halfway in. I just need a cowboy hat.
Need a hat? We might get you a horse, and you're ready to go.
I don't know horse. maybe Dr. Alfaro will be my vet to watch my horse, and then I'm ready.
There you go.
Excellent. So I also know that you prepare a case study for us. Are we going to treat in cowboy case study or something different?
No, it was a cancer patient. I had an elderly gentleman cancer patient, and he had extremely dry mouth.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Let me put up the case study, so you'll be able to talk about it. And here you go. Now, here is the case study that we have. Can everybody see it now? Okay, good. All right. Go ahead. Tell us about the background story about this patient.
Yeah, he was he's an 82-year-old gentleman, and he had throat cancer on his left side. It was diagnosed in 2016, and he had received 35 radiation treatments to that area to correct that problem. But what happened is his main complaint was dry mouth, extreme dry mouth. He would come in, he had a bottle with a long straw on the top. And in the morning, his mouth would be so dry, he couldn't open it. And he would have to stick the straw in there and swish it around with water to get his mouth to open. And mainly that was his main complaint. And then of course he was having neck pain on the left side. And then he was getting these weird muscle twitches and spasms on both sides after the radiation. So, trying to remember what else. That was about it. Yeah, his pain was about a 9 out of 10. He was hurting pretty good. He was having to take on average about four hydros a day, 4 hydrocodones a day. So yeah, he was taking four hydros, and then he was having, the successive dry mouth. But it was interesting. He came in for the dry mouth. That was his main complaint, but it was all tied together for sure. So so what it looked like, the saliva glands are right there. It looked like it was hand and foot Yangming, large intestine and stomach to me on the left side. And so I just decided to use Tai Yin Yangming. I was going to try to keep it real simple with him.
Yeah.
And then just by palpating points, that's what led me to figure out which side I was going to do and what to do. And that's why I chose the large intestine on the right, the large intestine and spleen on the right. It was mainly of Usher points. So,
so you're doing the imaging?
Yes, then it was strictly yes, strictly imaging. That's why I went from the wrist or ankle and then up to, that's why large intestine 2, to me, that kind of images maybe around stomach, right below stomach 5 area, maybe. To me, it kind of hits that area. So that's why I went up to large intestine, and it was sore. Large intestine 2 over large intestine 3. So, and then I did the same thing with spleen. Those were the points that were, I let the Usher guide me on him for sure, because he was so bad. And then he was, like I said, he was having the spasms on the right side as well. So that's why I went ahead and chose to do not just right-sided points, but I wanted to go ahead and do left and right side. So that's what I did. And also, you know, when I was palpating and putting in the points, I was having to move his neck, and that also told me how many more needles I needed to put in and whatnot. So yeah, so that's what I did. About 4 treatments.
How did he feel after you put the needles in? Do you have an immediate response from him?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yeah, the pain was 50% less on his right side when he was on the table, just with the first acupuncture treatment. And then, because he was having trouble, you know, turning his head, cervical rotation and flexion. And that was significantly less after the treatment. So that, I had him right there, because he came for the dry mouth, but once he's noticed the pain was leaving, I knew he would come back, because he's one of those guys. I get those guys like you were talking about. I give you one chance, you're going to get one chance to get me better. And so that's when I had him. I had the pain less, and I knew he would come back. So so that's what happened. He came 2 times a week, and it was about the 4th treatment, the dry mouth really started to lessen. And then that's when he really started, I had him, his confidence was up then for sure. And it was about the 6th treatment that was, the dry mouth was about 85-90% resolved. He wasn't having to use his bottle anymore in the mornings. And that was awesome. That was awesome. So it was the muscle spasms that seemed to be what was the part that took the longest. And it was about, I think, 11 treatments. About 11 treatments, he started getting some results with the muscle spasm and twitches. He was getting nibbles on the same side. But I didn't vary from the treatment at all. I kept it pretty much generally the same, and palpated those points every time to be sure. That's what I needed to do. So, and like I said, sometimes I wouldn't, if the points weren't sore, I would just leave them out, because he was 82. So I tried to keep my needle count fairly low if I could, because he was an elderly gentleman. He was already he was beat up already, so from cancer and all that. So, but it was the dry mouth that was awesome. It was the dry mouth that leaving treatment.
Let me have some comments about the dry mouth. Because the saliva glands in our mouths, they have pairs from both sides. Okay, so sometimes the radiation will burn them. Some of them died, means that they're burned. So I'm sure that for him, somehow there's some of the survivors from the radiation. I think they have 6 of them, 3 pairs and 6 of the glands, but that you can score the salivas out. I'm very surprised that you had such a great results, seriously, because I've been treating many of these people like that. It will take very long time to regain maybe 20-30%, unless they are somehow that the glands is not totally destroyed during the process of the radiation. So exactly. So this is an eye-opening experience, because they usually are harder to treat dry mouth after radiations. Yes. But you did a good job.
Yes, ma'am. And I cheated a little bit too, to be honest, Dr. Han, because because I had read a study that large intestine 2, they did a study where large intestine 2 was activating a part in your brain, and in 6 treatments they were getting they were helping with dry mouth after cancer. So I was already leaning towards large intestine 2 anyway, because of that study that I'd read and kind of learned about. So yeah, so that helped me choose those points a little bit as well, to be honest. So
Got it.
yeah, but it does. I've used that large intestine line a lot. Unfortunately I get a lot of cancer patients, and that those points have not failed me totally yet, for sure. So yeah. For sure. So
that's a very wonderful point that you have presenting to everybody. In case you guys are not sure about what is imaging and mirroring about, then you might have to take the module 1, Acupuncture 1, 2, 3 seminar. So you will definitely learn how the imaging and mirroring about, and how you're going to pick up the points are very certain. So by your conversation right here with me, large intestine 2, let me share that with everybody, if you don't mind. So large intestine is right here. So instead of we using this imaging for this the head, this the neck right here, which is the throat, large intestine 3, and you turn around using this is the head and this is the body. So here is the throat area. So you can use large intestine 2 here also to treat using this as the imaging of here, because this is the head and this is the neck. That's the beauty of the imaging and mirroring part of it. And then if Dr. Tan use it for the lung 5, like lung 10 area, he will more towards, as you did right here, with towards the lung 10, because this is more throat area. If this is the head, so this will be the throat area. Okay, so this will be the, what is this thing called? Tonsil. Tonsil, sorry. This will be the tonsil area. So yes, when I see this, that totally makes sense. It makes sense of the imaging. It's great choice. Thank you for sharing this information for everybody.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, for sure.
Yeah.
And it was great how some of those points were so sore too. You wouldn't think those would be that tender, but they were. So, yep.
Yeah. So for those of you who is watching today, please and try it. And it's not only for the cancer patient, for the throat, for the saliva, also for the people who has a sore throat, you can use this. And like a singer that if you have hoarse voice, you can use this too. Agree, Dr. Lee?
Oh wow, yes, for sure, yes. Heck yeah.
And then of course you got to try it, everybody, right, Dr. Lee? Just like everything, you got to practice.
Yes, yes. There's no way around that. Yep.
And then all this are learning from the experience. And then I know by you presenting the case, and everybody knows this will work. And it's just how they're gonna feel like it is working for them is yourself, that you have to learn how to practice and practice and practice. Because Dr. Lee can tell you that works for him. I can tell you that works for me. And Lindsay and Sean and Tom and Lars, anybody who say that will work for me, until the day you put the needles in. Then you will know that works for you too. Then you learn it, you receive the Tao, you receive the understanding of the practice. That's why I like you to go to the fair and bring your pachi, just start patching everybody.
Oh yeah, yes, exactly. I don't know how she'd learn it, for sure. For me anyway.
So what I'm saying is today, to the people who just graduated from school, you want to be part of the Balanced Method community, family member, you have all this big brother and big sister helping you here, sharing you with all these cases. I want you to be able to take these cases and think about the theory behind it and do it. Just do it, right, Dr. Lee?
Yes. Yeah, a lot. Yes.
You can ask questions 1,000 times. But the most important part is if you really do it one time, there are 1,000 questions that you have is going to be poof, gone, because you got it.
Oh, that's for sure. Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing this. Are you okay for us to posting your case study online and
yes.
share with everybody in the world?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Lee.
Yeah, hopefully it'll help for sure.
Today is already, now it's 11:30. Dr. Lee, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us? Do you need anybody to work in your clinic? Anybody want to go there to find a job? I don't know if you need an extra hand in your clinic. They might be gonna want to work in your clinic.
I wish, Dr. Han, but I don't know if anybody wants to work with me.
Remember, I said to you, we have to learn to be patient with our youngsters.
Yes, ma'am. That's probably my problem. Yes, ma'am. Probably. We have to find good people too, huh? So.
Yes. So for those of you who just newcomer, the new graduates, if this is something that you wanted to do to help people, balance method can help you really quickly. Under one condition, you have to take the needle and practice it before you ask questions. The point's already there, the class is there. Take the class over and over again. Just keep on practice, keep on practice.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Oh, there's somebody says they will work for food. You don't have to pay that, you can just work for food. I will send that guy to you, okay? He only worked for food. It's okay. So I think you can afford this. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Lee, for sharing with us today. And thank you, everybody, for watching. And the first module 1 for the live seminar in person will be in March 19 that weekend. Please go to our schedule and take a look at my schedule for next year. And the first class we have next year is January 23-24. It's our I Ching seminar to get to know more about the trigram and the hexagram. So you will be able to understand much more depth understanding of what we do for the I Ching practice for our balance method. So I'm looking forward to see you there in January, beginning of the January 23-24, and also my seminar in March. So I will talk to every one of you soon. Thank you, Dr. Lee, for joining me today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You have a good holiday, huh?
Say hi to the Cowboys for me.
I will.
Okay. Bye-bye.